Hank Williams Jr. All right, we're going to check out some of his life and a lot of his career. He's just come such a ways. So, anyway, let's just jump right into it. Let's go. Hey, Hank Williams Jr. was born Randall Hank Williams on May 26, 1949, in Shreveport, Louisiana. Okay, now, his father nicknamed him Bocephus after a Grand Ole Opry comedian Rod Bracefield's ventriloquist dummy. So Hank Sr. did have a sense of humor. Well, while he was a child, Williams was influenced by a number of contemporary musicians who visited his family and taught him various musical instruments and styles. Among these figures of influence were Merle Haggard, Johnny Cash, Fats Domino, Earl Scruggs, Sonny Osborne, Lightnin' Hopkins, and Jerry Lee Lewis. Williams first stepped onto the stage and sang his father's songs when he was 8 years old. In 1964, Williams made his recording debut with Long Gone Lonesome Blues, one of his father's many classic songs. He provided the singing voice of his father in the 1964 film You're Cheatin' Hard. He also recorded an album of duets with recordings of his father. Although Williams's recordings earned him numerous country hits throughout the 1960s and early 1970s, with his role as a Hank Williams impersonator, he became disillusioned and severed ties with his mother. That would be Miss Audrey. By the mid-1970s, Williams began to pursue a musical direction that would eventually make him a superstar. While recording a series of moderately successful songs, Williams began a pattern of heavy drug and alcohol abuse. Upon moving to Alabama, in an attempt to refocus both his creative energy and his troubled personal life, Williams began playing music with Southern rock and outlaw country musicians, including Waylon Jennings, Toy Caldwell, Charlie Daniels, Hank Williams Jr. and Friends, often considered his watershed album, was the product of then groundbreaking collaborations. On August 8, 1975, Hank was nearly killed while mountain climbing in southwestern Montana. While climbing Ajax Peak on the Continental Divide west of Jackson, the snow beneath Williams collapsed and he fell almost 500 feet onto rock, causing multiple severe skull and facial fractures. Williams spent 2 years recovering, relearning how to talk and sing, and undergoing 17 surgeries to repair his skull and reconstruct his face. The accident was chronicled in the semi-autobiographical, yeah, that was hard to say, made-for-television film, Living Proof, the Hank Williams Jr. story. To hide his scars and disfigurement from the accident, Williams grew a beard, began wearing sunglasses, and a cowboy hat. The beard, hat, and sunglasses have since become Hank's signature look. In 1977, Williams recorded and released One Night Stands and The New South, and worked closely with his old friend Waylon Jennings on the song, Once and For All. In 1980, he appeared on the PBS show Austin City Limits during season 5, along with the Shake Russell Dana Cooper Band. In 1976, Rolling Stone wrote that Hank's mainstream country material has always been among Nashville's best. He was prolific throughout the 1980s, sometimes recording and releasing 2 albums a year: Family Tradition, Whiskey Bent and Hellbound, Habits Old and New, Rowdy, The Pressure Is On, High Notes, Strong Stuff, Man of Steel, Major Moves, 5-0, Montana Cafe, and many others resulted in a long string of hits. Between 1979 and 1992, Williams released 21 albums, 18 studio albums, and 3 compilations that were all certified at least gold by the RIAA. Between 1979 and 1990, he enjoyed a string of top 30 top 10 singles on the Billboard country charts, including 8 number 1 singles, for a total of 44 top 10 singles, including a total of 10 number 1 singles during his career. In 1982, he had 9 albums simultaneously on the Billboard Top Country Albums chart, all of which were original works and not compilations. In 1987 and 88, Hank was named Entertainer of the Year by the Country Music Association. In 1987, 1988, and 1989, he won the same award from the Academy of Country Music. The pinnacle album of his acceptance and popularity was Born to Boogie. Yeah, we know that one. During the 1980s, Hank became a country music superstar, known for his catchy anthems and hard-edged, rock-influenced country. During the late 1970s and into the mid-1980s, Hank's songs constantly flew into the number one or number two spots, with songs such as Family Tradition, Whiskey Bent Hellbound, Old Habits, Ain't Misbehavin', Born to Boogie, and My Name is Bo Cephas. The hit single Wild Streak was co-written by Houston native Terry Sharp, for which Williams and Sharp both earned gold records. In 1988, he released the Southern Pride song, If the South Would 'A' Won. The references to a notional Southern victory in the Civil War. His 1989 hit, There's a Tear in My Beer, was a duet with his father, created using electronic merging technology. The song was written by his father and had been previously recorded with Hank Williams playing the guitar and sole instrument. The music video for the song combined existing television footage and Hank Williams performing, onto which electronic merging technology impressed the recordings of Williams, which then made it appear as if he were actually playing with his father. The video was both a critical and commercial success. It was named Video of the Year by both the Country Music Association and the Academy of Country Music. Hank would go on to win a Grammy Award in 1990 for Best Country Vocal Collaboration. Hank is well known for his hit A Country Boy Can't Survive, and as the performer of the theme song for Monday Night Football, based on his 1984 hit All My Rowdy Friends Are Coming Over Tonight. In 1991, 1992, 93, and 94, Williams' opening themes for Monday Night Football earned him 4 Emmy Awards. In 2000, he provided the voice of Injun Joe in Tom Sawyer. In 2001, Hank co-wrote his classic hit A Country Boy Can't Survive after 9/11, renaming it America Can't Survive. In 2004, Hank was featured prominently on CMT Outlaws. In 2006, he starred at the Summerfest concert. He also made a cameo appearance along with Larry the Cable Guy, Kid Rock, and Charlie Daniels in Gretchen Wilson's music video for the song All Jacked Up. He and Kid Rock also appeared in Wilson's Redneck Woman video. Hank also had a small part of Kid Rock's video, Only God Knows Why, and Redneck Paradise. In April 2009, Williams released a new single, Red, White, and Pink Slip Blues, which peaked at number 43 on the country charts. The song was the lead-off single to Williams' album, 127 Rose Avenue. The album debuted and peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Top Country Albums chart. Also in July 2009, 127 Rose Avenue was announced as his last album for Curb Records. And there we have Hank Williams Jr.'s career. It's not all of it. There is more, and we can get into that if you like. We still have his musical style and all kinds of stuff about him that are just incredible. It would take weeks to do it all. So if you'd like to hear some more, hey, drop me some comments. I love the comments, and I'd like to know if you're interested in this type of stuff here. It would be greatly appreciated. So, don't forget, like, subscribe, and share, and please do leave those comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. You have a wonderful day. We'll see you.